Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get to the computer. It's just taking me longer than I expected. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the stream. We are back in the workshop creating things. I'm just trying to clean up. We're not going to have that happen. No infinite loop situations going on. Oh, man. Annoying. Everything I was brushing off the table was supposed to fall off into my hands. Fell onto the floor. Oh well. Here we go. Slowly but surely. You get a text message? Okay, well that's you're just looking at the middle torso of me. That's pretty exciting. But not really. Why is my hold on, let me give it a good little refresh here without crashing, hopefully, the whole system. Let's run chat. Okay. Anyways, we're back here. We're getting work done. Is audio running? Audio's running. Ugh. It's a gross post-it note. How much hair could one get on a post-it note? Just doing the housekeeping. Okay, let's get to painting and talking about the artwork that we're working on. I'm going to jump us over into the studio. Everything's set up. Let's go over into the studio. So here's our painting that we're continuing to work on. Oh, hi, Kylie. Yeah, I think it's okay. I think the river looks okay. Let's zoom in real quick. I want to show you what I kind of drew and where I kind of wanted to go. I don't know if I should cut it out. Maybe I should start doing some cutouts here so I can see what it looks like better. But let's get real way in there because I don't know if we're going to be able to see this. Okay. My angle down a little bit. Oh. And there's just too many things here. Tripods are not the best. They take up a lot of ground space. They're easy to trip over when you're not looking literally down at your feet. And there's just so many wires to crash over here in the studio right now. I need to get a longer cable for this, but to buy a longer cable just for this application, depending on how long I guess I have the pieces here. So here's my solution to my duck problem. I was going to put them out there like the dock behind it. And there you have all the popcorn like firing off as it goes down the circuit, right? So we're going to get to this one out here. And I think that if I do this and I need to flatten out, right? So what I would like to do is I would like to see what these look like here. Right? What's my best way to do that? Do it on thick paper. Ooh, I know what I'm gonna do. Where is that stuff though? See, here's the problem with having just the studio like this is that I can't shoot from overhead um, like I would want to. I need tracing paper. Where are you, Mr. Tracing Paper? None of that. None of that. None of that. Regular paper. Nope. Found some tracing paper. Oh, I found the tracing paper. So the good thing about tracing paper is sometimes you just need it to give you a little hint on what to do next. And you can use, people have been telling me to use parchment paper as tracing paper, but, and it's a good alternative if you don't have tracing paper. But I'm going to use some tracing paper. And we can sit at my desk while I do this real quick. I'm not going to have a good visual, but at least you guys can sit and talk to me. So I'm just going to take my tracing paper and give it a quick tape down. Oh, I have, usually I have tape all over the place. And today is no exception. I have tape all over the place. I had tape on myself earlier today because I'm doing a huge project of Chief Seattle, his wife, Princess something, a student. Anyways, I'm doing it because my student's doing Chief Seattle. I'm gonna do his wife because he's actually Duwamish, which is descendant of Chief Seattle, so he's kind of a big deal. But so I'm just gonna real quick just do a quick trace over of what I'm trying to achieve here. And hopefully this will work. And do it real quick. There's not going to be a whole lot of heart in it. It's just going to but sometimes that's all you need is just like a real quick reference model. And so I can even just do like a little corn on the cob if I didn't want to write corn. might be even worse for the camera to see from your guys' perspective. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible. Let's read some chat while we're sitting here. Could work. I heard about parchment paper trick, but if you have tracing paper, I think that's better. Yeah. But tracing paper is not cheap. You can get a roll of parchment paper for pretty cheap. Tracing paper is expensive for what it is. But how often do you buy tracing paper, right? Like one ream, like never. Everyone uses tracing paper so sparingly. And tracing paper companies just like, use more tracing paper, please. We need to feed our families. People are like, no. Right, so that changes like, sorry, I'm just kind of working a little bit more. And this might be just like a bigger explosion altogether, right? Like more spread out. But I think it'd be fine if I just made them all the same and made them like pop at the top. But then it wouldn't make sense. I don't know if everything has to make perfect sense though, right? Like that's not really the object of this project. There's another rubber duck head looking away. We can put another one facing us if we want. Right. So there's that. And then I decided the cactus that's running away is going to be about yay tall. We're going to go swing, swing for that back arm. And we're going to just draw a cactus head. We're going to go wing, wing, wing. That arm. And then he could be like making smoke too. Because he's moving so fast, right? Across the desert floor. Okay. So just to give you a little update, I just traced my image onto my paper like so. Gave me a little bit of a idea of what's going on. Now I'm going to take my paper, and since it's somewhat clear, now I could do the right and holy thing and just cut it straight across, which is nice, you know. But I'm going to give it a little bit of an extra trim just so I can really get an idea of where these things are supposed to go. A lot of prep work in making a piece of art. And I guess I didn't have to do this. I could have just painted directly on. But I still don't know if the angle's correct for adding all the detail. And what you don't want to do is add all your detail and realize you have to do it all over again. I mean, it's good for practice, but you don't want to do that much work. Your goal is to like make your practice as efficient as possible. Maybe you just like the experimenting part of painting and art, and like how there really is no rules. All the things that you've seen before is just some creation that someone else decided to make. But that doesn't mean like that's the standard, right? I guess the standard for so long has been canvas and art. But now that everyone can get a hold of canvas and art equipment, it's like it's kind of not the standard. Standard is like this stuff that's only one of a kind where you just like make it out of a bunch of different mediums. So we're seeing a lot more mixed medium. A lot of things are going digital, but AI is kind of will put a stop to a lot of digital artwork again, which isn't the first time digital artwork has like been put under fire, right? Like once Photoshop came out and all these other programs that are like, no, you should use pen and paper. And the thing digital art does is allows you to recreate pieces of art really quickly and easily, giving you a way to sell art. Where, they used to say artists used to die poor, which was true. Now you can die poor, but with some hope that you did a lot of work to sell some work. But I don't know if it's any better. Yeah, you can reuse tracing paper if you don't cut it, but unfortunately I cut mine. All right, let's jump back over into the studio. Let's give this a look at where it should go. Now I was thinking I wanted to go right about here, right? Like so. Rubber ducky, popcorn, whatever needed. It needs to be farther over. It can't be right there. It needs to be popcorn. You're gonna have the explosion starting, and those rubber duckies gotta float behind. Okay, that'll work right there, right? We build a dock, a little jetty out here to there, and then we have our guys running across. I think this will work. What do we think? Take a look. Over here, we're completely zoomed in. Shadow doesn't help it at all. But if we imagine like those ducks being behind, I think that'll work. But now gives me the idea I want to trace other things and make those happen. Like this part. So I also drew some hot air balloon type things. Things that I thought might be part of the food fight cactus skyscape. So I was thinking it'd be cool to put some characters up in the air along with some circles. So there's a lot going on here. So let me trace some of these and see what they look like in the space. Since I'm here with the paper anyways, I may as well. Oh. This is why maybe I should just stick to trying to be just to doing illustrations, because Um, the painting part is really the hard part. Painting part is where I struggle. It's like actually getting to paint. Using a brush, having brush control. And do I actually have the patience to learn it? Oh, this is our fishing one. I'll have to show you these when after I draw them. And these are kind of cool just by themselves, even if it wasn't a fishing one. So there's, oh, sorry, we're not in the right frame. You guys are watching a different frame. So I'll just cut this one real quick. Not super important, but we just might be doing some mapping today. It's already been a long day. Usually by the time we get together here, I've already had a full day of work and then run around town a little bit, picked up some supplies, played soccer after school with the kids and practiced with them. Yeah, always a busy day. So there's my little popcorn guy in the sky. He's done. Sorry, I said I was going to switch you, but I didn't do it. I lied. I lied to everyone. Stay hydrated. I say that that's probably all the water I've drank in all day. I can't copy any of these onto this paper. It's too small. Here's my little cactus guy. I can put him onto the board. It's gonna look like a patchwork quilt with miniature illustrations. What I should do is I should just get big sheets of paper, draw these crazy adventures, retrace them, and then make coloring pages out of them. Call them a day. Right? That's the plan. But who's going to buy single coloring pages? I don't know. Maybe somebody. Probably lots of people, actually. If they're cool enough. And I feel like if I added enough little things for people to enjoy the color, it'd be fun. How ridiculous, I don't know. And how much detail do I put into everything? That becomes the second question. So this guy's going to be running from the dock, probably on the dock. Away from the explosions. That looks good. And we're going to put this one. I'll give you guys a tour. Give me a second though, before I start losing all the pieces of all the things. See, I always want to put like these guys over here. They're going to just be floating in the air. And then I want a anon thing. Time is it? It's probably quite early still, and we started a bit late. I don't know if we're going to make up time or if we're just going to call it. I just call it. You know, a lot of people are really into cactus in certain places. Just draw simple cactus stickers. Sorry, I know you guys can't see. That's why I'm really trying to rush through these. I feel like I've been rushing art all day. I had to do, like I said, I took a picture that was cut into 5 or 6 different colors and then made Chief Seattle's wife. And Chief Seattle's wife is a very interesting woman. We can look her up when we're done so you can see what painting I'm going to paint and why we need a painting like this. I mean, she's just an older lady, which is something that I haven't painted ever, and it's just going to be interesting. Okay, again, I'm just doing a couple little extra wing dingers here just to. I don't think we're going to get any painting in today. I think it's going to be just setting up and talking about stuff. Honestly, I'm just kind of wiped out from. I'm also trying to plan a trip back to Los Angeles, and then get everything prepared for that. And not just prepared, but like I need to see where everyone's at, what everyone's doing, trying to get the guys. I think we're gonna do some urban camping at my buddy's house instead of going on a camping trip like we normally would. I think we're all gonna set up the tents in his backyard and just hang out because we could take the 5 hours of travel out of the way and just hang out. But all that has to take preparation and time and planning. And usually it's me like making the final decisions, not that my friends can't. It just usually comes down to like, all right, well, here's what we're going to do and here's how we're going to do it. Here's the plan. Okay. I'm going to do another quick outline, then I'm going to show you what we've been working on. This might be a short stream. I had to call my aunt today. Got in touch with my brother. Tried to talk to my mom. I don't know if this is sacrilegious. He's throwing a fish. It's a fake fish. It should have a hook in it. Because it's an octopus. Okay. All right. One more done. Did we write something else? Oh no. You fell. Where were you? Outside? Can you walk? Need to be careful. Oh, it's not good news. It's never good news to hear that anyone's fallen. Okay, I'm just going to tear a piece off. We're going to use it. Roll it up into a little ball. And then we're going to go check, talk about our artwork, and then we're going to move on, I think, for the day. This is weekend work, but these could be turned around, made bigger or smaller. I think they would have to be bigger and smaller, or okay. So let's just take a look. Well, I don't know how your ankle is, but I hope it's okay. Let's go to the studio. Let's look at it as a whole. Might be getting too busy over there on the top side. That I think looks good. I think we can make that work with the rubber duckies and friends. Okay. So rubber ducks. You just gotta push that behind the ankle. And then, right, that would be our game plan there. Push the Do you need to do this guy background first? Yeah, that's another option. That's why I'm just kind of getting the ideas out because all this needs background first. And I don't know exactly what to put in the background. So then if you go up to the top and put in this guy, we're all the way at the top of our, and he's shooting a hot dog, right? The angle's a little bit off. I'd have to put him more behind the face, and I don't really know how cluttered I want everything to get, right? So like these are all things that could be added. And then if you go over here to this guy, right? I have this cactus right here. He's doing a little fishing. He could be much lower in the background. All these are drawn the same size because I was kind of just sketching them out and trying to see if I did like a popcorn bucket. And then that like cactus is wearing a little sombrero, right? And then has a fish in his hand. What that'll look like. So that's kind of the game plan. I'm gonna put the camera back where it's supposed to go. Oops. All right, and then I'm gonna tip the camera like this, and then I'm going to back it up. It's much better in lighting when we have it backed up. When I go forward, we lose all our light. So the other thing I want to do is I want to put like these little black holes. Hold on, I'm going to cut out one more thing while we're here. Oh man, my keyframe intervals is pretty bad. Oh, thanks. So my plan is, and I would really like to like figure out how to make this work in the real world. But I want to make just, and this might not look right. That's the issue. Because it's just a hole. Let's say I shade this black, which wouldn't be black if there was light coming out of it. And then we're going to draw like sucking up a cactus. Who's like trying to get back to the ground. Like back's being bent. Right? And maybe he's holding on to like a rope that's anchored to the ground or something. Right. So just this never ending cactus battle. But this is what I want to do for the other side. I almost want to paint like a light yellow color as well for the background of this. And this will end with this part because it's 8:52, and like I said, it's been a long day already. I hope your ankle's okay though. So my plan would be to, in the background, kind of spot these guys, these like alien circles. They're not gonna actually have a home, and I don't think it'll look right. I need to give a little bit of an idea that they're a UFO there. Maybe a dotted line, like you know, that like makes them look like they're invisible. Um, that could work. There's a lot of options. I don't think this thing's ever gonna get finished. It's moving so slowly. Just don't know. Well, guys, I think that's going to be it for today. I don't really have much more to say. I did my taxes yesterday, getting ready to head to Los Angeles, California. We're going to wrap up this week of school. We'll be back here on Wednesday. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great night, and we'll see you back here on Wednesday. I think that's it. There's nothing else I need to do. I gotta continue drawing a few more things. Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to make sure that it doesn't get too cluttered. And that's the other thing, is that it gets more and more complicated too, like as it goes on, and I can make more mistakes. But hopefully, with a lot of things being around, um, you won't be like really looking at one thing to be perfect. You'll be like, oh, your eye will be going everywhere. But maybe not. Anyways, that's going to be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will see you back here next time. Have a good night.